Welcome back, everybody. This is Michael Vash 7886, and you're listening to episode 27 of the PlayStation MVP cast. We do have some GTA 5 footage tonight. That's going to be coming up here shortly. But we wanted to first take a moment and talk about Killallzombies, because that will be, we have 2 codes for that to give away. So I've got a couple of minutes of footage of that, just so you can check that out. But we do have instructions in the thread on how to get that code if you want to try to go for that. But we're going to jump right into highlights of the show here. Well, actually, first, let's introduce who I'm with here. First up, we have Glacius.
What up?
And we also have...
Hey, I actually made it this time.
Yes, he actually made it this time. And that's
Hello.
Gamer. And we also have the one writer. He is busy writing 4 info threads as we speak.
GTA 5. Yes.
And he keeps sounding more and more like the Mortal Kombat voice. So, highlights tonight. We have some, the PlayStation streaming television service, Call of Duty hits the Guinness World Record books, and we also have some Assassin's Creed Unity discussion, as well as some brief GTA 5 discussion, I believe. So, game video tonight, as we just stated, we'll have Killallzombies first, and then we'll have some GTA 5. I think I've got about an hour of footage for that, so should be plenty, and most of it's in first person if you're curious. So, we'll go on and switch to that, and so we'll start off with what have you been doing? JLC, what have you been doing?
Playing Wolfenstein. I finally got the platinum and went back to Battlefield 4.
Me and JLC were kind of competing to get the platinum of the game, and I was so close. And
I beat you.
I had a few more levels to actually get it, but he got it before me.
Yep. You got it, Ryder? You actually got it?
Not yet. It's probably gonna be tonight.
Okay, good, good.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about the video there. I have to, since I had to do it a specific way. It messed up and ended up not sticking the way I want it. But now it should be going good. So what about you, Gamer?
Still playing Call of Duty as well.
Call
Also started playing Assassin's Creed Unity, which is
Ooh.
a thing.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that, I believe. I want to give some thoughts on that, because I've also been playing a bit of that. I'm just double checking. So, what about you, Glacius? What have you been up to?
Playing Bayonetta 2, getting ready for Smash Bros on Friday, getting ready for Pokemon on Friday. Yeah, I'm being Nintendo this week, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty, I mean, honestly, it's a pretty big week for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have 3 big games coming out tomorrow, and then you have 2 other big ones on Nintendo coming out Friday. So, I mean, like, I think everybody has something to play tomorrow. And then you also have Little Big Planet tomorrow, which I keep forgetting about. And then WWE, I heard, is not so great, unfortunately. So, I guess I'm glad I didn't pre-order that one. But yeah, I was very disappointed when I was reading some of the stuff that wasn't in the game. Like, they had a bunch of creative stuff, create a character, create a belt, and all this other stuff that's not in the game.
There's actually no wrestling in the game. Not.
and they were saying something about the like, I was reading a review this morning because I was curious about the game, because I was really considering picking it up. And they're like, some of the new fighting mechanics are good, but then other times they're not so great, and they're kind of like they're afraid to really push the series forward, and like they're missing like create a championship and create a diva and some other creative things that are really
NHL.
Yeah, kind of like that. But I mean, like, create a finisher and even create an entrance. I mean, like, you can't even give your superstars custom entrances, apparently. So, very frustrating on that end, because I know a lot of people were really excited for that. I'm wondering if the PS3 and 360 versions actually had all that stuff. I'm guessing so by the deal everybody's making about it. And what about you, Ryder? What have you been up to?
I've been, trying my hardest to get the Wolfenstein Platinum, which JLC got before me. But besides that, I recently got a new headset, the PlayStation Golds, because my old headset kind of bit the dust the 4th time. Which were the player ones. I want to say the right-hand side. The cups kept falling apart because my daughter, she would pull the wires from the entertainment center, and it would come crashing to the floor. So
Oh,
eventually,
nice.
as a replacement, got the PlayStation Golds.
Very good. Yeah, it's been a busy one for me. So last week I did end up picking up the Best Buy Gamers Club unlock thing. It was on sale for like $30 if you bought a game that was more than $40. And this week I'm already making that money back, so that was a pretty good deal in my opinion. And it works with collector's editions and all that too. So I'm getting the Smash Brothers bundle on Friday for like $80 instead of $100, which is very nice. Yeah, and then I got a link. I think it was Friday or maybe it was Thursday. I have not got a chance to watch it, but if you guys remember, a long while ago we talked about the fact that they went to a New Mexico landfill and found the copies of ET and Atari and all this other stuff. They actually are releasing that documentary, and then it's actually coming out, I think, the 20th or something. And I've got a link to check that out. I keep meaning to, I just haven't had the chance to yet. But so as you can see right now, I'm playing some GTA 5 from earlier. This is what I recorded, but this is the very beginning of the game, by the way, for those that haven't played it. But so I get home today because I had other places to go, and so I got home and I saw a box that got a hat, and then there was something under it. And I'm like, what in the world is that? Because I was kind of hoping for GTA 5, but I did not expect to actually get it today. But it was like really soft, like a T-shirt. I'm like, Rockstar usually sends random stuff with their games anyway. So then I actually get it all open, and I'm like, oh wow, it actually is GTA 5. So needless to say, it was a very exciting moment for a few minutes there. I have been playing some Assassin's Creed Unity, and then also I picked up a couple of 3DS games. I've been playing a decent bit of Fantasy Life. That's a kind of addicting game if you can get into that type of thing. But beyond that, I think we're going to go straight into one big thing for next week. So I'm going to probably post a thread about this somewhere. But next week, we are planning to have an interview with Tommy Tallarico.
Yes.
For those unfamiliar, he is a very, very big video game composer. He is also the person responsible for Video Games Live concert series. So if you were familiar with either of the some of his games, I know he's a big. I know one of his bigger ones is Jim.
Yes.
And Advent Rising, I believe. I always blank on the name. I know what it's. He actually, I think, produced that one or two or something. But he has had a lot of big games under his belt. So it'll be a very interesting interview. He's I think by next week he was going to be getting toward the end of his Kickstarter, so for Video Games Live Level 4, so I think he wants to swing by, and we'll probably talk about that. We'll probably focus on some PlayStation stuff, but he's cool. I've interviewed him before for various other things, and I've also got a chance to meet him really quick at the end of one of his concerts, so he's very cool. He's gonna have some interesting stories. He always does. So, but I got the email on Friday finally back from him because I've been trying to get in touch with him, and he's like, and then I saw he did a Kickstarter update, and it's like from a stage in I forget what country, but it was some place in Europe, and I'm like, oh, so that's why I haven't heard anything from him. But let's go straight into the drop, guys. We got some big stuff hitting this week. I know the game everybody's excited about is first up here. It's Adventure Time: The Secret of Nameless Kingdom. Yeah, that's first. Dragon Age Inquisition. I think that's an indie title, actually.
I am,
right?
Only 2 developers.
Escape Dead Island.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, so full story. I do have EA access on Xbox One, and I have got a chance to play several hours of it. And I gotta say, so far, I'm liking what I'm playing. Granted, it's a very small slice. I purposely did not advance overly much because I didn't want to repeat the same stuff on PS4. But from what I've played so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Escape Dead Island, will hit PS3.
That one's a weird one. Cell shaded
yeah, that's an odd
third-person
one.
action, so it's kind of different from people who play Dead Island.
Yeah, it's not like a running game. It's just third person like
Yep.
shooting game, right? Kind of like a GTA or something like that. And when it comes to actual gameplay, obviously probably not open world, but see, I thought that was actually more of a downloadable title rather than a retail title. So that's interesting. But it's not on PS4, so I'm not as interested. Another indie title, Far Cry
That's
4.
a big
yeah.
one.
Yeah, and early reviews are looking very positive for that, by the way. So I'm hoping
It's
that's a
because of
good
those
sign.
perfects.
Early review.
Because of those
The what?
perfects on the animals.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm really looking forward to the wingsuit and the grappling hook and all that, and all that you're gonna be able to do with that. I mean, like you'll see some of the later footage in GTA 5. I'm playing semi-serious at this point in time, early on, but once we get to the second video, I'm just screwing around. It's not even funny, some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm trying to spawn in vehicles and all this other stuff. So
You use
But,
cheats? What?
then the big one, of course. Yes. I use cheats to try to show off some interesting
Uh-oh.
stuff. But yes, the other indie title, of course, is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep.
So 3 indie titles this week. I know that's everybody excited.
Hopefully it sells, right? Right?
Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
takes a little bit.
so we stopped getting all these indie games. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Hopefully it'll actually fail. So we'll stop getting all these indie titles, I guess. But then Hatsune Miku Project Diva F Second is on PS3 and PS Vita. I like how we go from GTA 5 to something
know.
like that, and it's it's a mouthful. The Jackbox Party Pack. That looks like You Don't Know Jack. It says for 1 to 100 players.
Just keep pressing
I
control.
think this is kind of like a. Sorry? No. You can use your phones and
Oh,
tablets.
okay.
Or your controllers, actually. I think they released another game called Fibbage somewhat recently, and it did sort of a similar thing. I think the way it works is you have like you start a game and you get a code, and then you launch some kind of app and just type in the code.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. And then Kickboxing is apparently a PlayStation 1 classic, which I've never heard of.
It's a PS1 classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's what I'm saying. Little Big Planet 3, PS4 and PS3, obviously. I know a lot of people are actually excited for that one too. That's probably one I'll be picking up, just not right now. Monopoly Family Fun Pack on PS4.
A lot of people
I
didn't
don't know.
expect that to actually show up because Monopoly on the PS4.
Honestly, I don't see who has the time for Monopoly.
I like Monopoly.
I'm not like super opposed to it, but it just takes so long to play. But I don't know what they're doing with this one, so who knows?
Yeah.
MXGP, the official motocross game, on PS4 and PS Vita. PS4 is retail, and digital is, of course. Never Alone is PS4. Digital
That
only.
one,
Go ahead.
I was super close to making April Thread on that one, but I ran out of time. That one's about a little girl who is in Alaska, and she meets a little fox friend, and a lot of people are saying it's kind of similar to Limbo. So anyone who liked Limbo, you kind of had to avoid death traps, and it's pretty much on a 2D plane, but it's a very 3D game, and people are kind of concerned about that. But what I've watched and seen so far is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and then we also have Rabbids Invasion on PS4. No comments there. Rollers of the Realm on PS4 and PS Vita. It looks like a pinball game here. Tiny Troopers Joint Ops hits PS4. It is cross-buy. The PS3 and Vita versions are already out. I haven't got a chance to play it. I've been meaning to. I just haven't had the time here. WWE 2K15 finally hits PS4, and unfortunately doesn't sound that great. You do have a couple of cool trials. Defense Grid 2, if you're into tower defense at all. Far Cry 4 on PS4 has a trial. PS3 has a demo. I'm not sure what the difference is.
Isn't it trial like
apparently
60 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe the demo's a very, a vertical slice or something. The Jackbox Party Pack has a trial on both PS4 and PS3. Rabbit Invasion has a trial, and Rollers of the Realm has a trial. A lot of trials this week. It's been a while since we actually saw one, I feel like. So, what are you guys picking up this week? I mean, I know, JLC, that you're picking up Adventure Time. What else?
Grand Theft Auto 5, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I was thinking getting Far Cry, but I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to be really busy with Grand Theft Auto 5 anyway, so.
Yeah. I can understand that. Gamer, I know you're going to game, right?
Yeah, I have Dragon Age pretty much, and 2 other titles that come out later this week.
Ah, okay. Non-PlayStation games. Ryder, Glacius, anything?
Glacius, you go first.
Nothing on PlayStation.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow. Nothing on PlayStation. Yeah, PS4 has no games confirmed.
It's like the biggest week of the year, and he's not even getting anything for PlayStation.
Not a thing. Nope. I am waiting.
Ryder, I think we have to ban him.
Alright, so.
We have to lay down the ban hammer. Sorry, sorry, Glacius.
No, I wasn't.
And you, Ryder, I think you were planning on getting GTA 5, right?
I'm gonna get GTA 5. I'm gonna play a little bit of single player, but eventually I'm gonna jump to the multiplayer so I can get a little bit of the ropes with the JLC. He's gonna be my mentor.
I'll be your guide to Los Santos.
Yeah, I'll need you as well because I didn't play much of the online at all. I'm debating on whether I want to try to transfer my character. I guess I should because I think I have like 500,000 from that initial thing. I think, but then again, I'm wondering if the characters will look any better because I felt like they were pretty ugly in the previous game.
They do more options as well.
I also plan on grabbing Far Cry 4, but I'm gonna wait a little bit, just like the GLC.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. So now that we're through that big list of indie games, so
games no one has heard of.
Ryder, you're saying PlayStation TV is coming. PlayStation TV is already out. What are you talking about?
Well, we're not talking about the small box, by the way, people. We are talking about the recently announced PlayStation Vue, which was announced last week, and will be Sony's cloud-based TV service with companies like CBS, Discovery, Fox, NBC, Viacom, and more. Kind of bringing on the likes of about 75 channels that will be available. And what currently isn't available is the price, and that's what a lot of people are kind of wondering and wanting. And kind of when they'll be announcing the beta, which will happen, I think it's this month, for closed beta.
Correct.
Yeah, I think they're hitting New York first this month. And spreading out later on.
So,
right.
So what is everyone's thoughts on of finally being able to cut the cable or dish networks and relying on this?
It's going to entirely depend on what they have. Like, that's going to be the biggest thing. Like, honestly, you can get a lot of that stuff on Hulu or Netflix or whatnot, except with the exception of, live events and stuff like that. That's really the only thing that actual, cable TV has going for it, or dish, or whatever you want to, talk about. I'm just going to say cable because it's easier in trying to include all of that. But I mean, it's going to entirely depend on what it has. And and also the selection of features you have within that. If you've got on demand, which it sounded like on demand and live were going to both
Yep.
be in there. If you've got a good selection of on demand stuff in there, and you got some good channels for live, and the price is decent, it'll definitely be worth looking into. I'm one of the few people with Comcast that actually has a data cap, so that's very annoying, and that'll probably be one thing that really is going to stop some people from looking
Oh,
at
boy.
that.
Wait, Comcast has a data
yeah.
cap?
Yeah.
That suck.
Only in certain areas. Only in certain areas, and I think he just swore, but we're gonna avoid that. Yes, and as a reminder, try to avoid swearing because we're live.
I think it really depends on the price.
But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It has to be. In my opinion, it has to be at least $20 or less.
Yeah.
I honestly think it. Well, let me rephrase. I was gonna say I honestly think that's on the low end, but I would say it depends on how many channels they have. Honestly, just because it's gonna be very difficult for Sony to come up to a company like Viacom or whatnot and be like, hey, you can get like $1.50 for every subscriber or something like that. I don't know how much they actually make from cable companies and whatnot. I don't know. So that would be something that I'd really have to look into and see kind of what I would be okay paying. And like I said, it's going to entirely depend on what the actual channels are.
And it kind of is the future anyway, because like myself, I recently cut my DirecTV because I don't really see a point of having it anymore. So I use Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and over the air. I have like an over the air antenna if I want to watch something local. But it's worked out so far. I've seen myself from $75 a month to like less than $20.
Don't worry, it's gonna be $3.99 for 24 hours of TV.